Good morning, children. Today we are starting a new chapter in class 7, the transport of materials in plants and animals. This chapter is lesson 12. In the beginning, let me recollect about your previous year's topics. You had already studied, you might have already studied about the transport of various materials in plants and animals. You know what is the function of xylem and phloem. But this time, this year, you are going to study more details about it. You know, every organism, including plants and animals, various materials are to be transported through the body to various organs. For example, oxygen and food materials to be transported to various cells for releasing energy from the food by respiration. That means cellular respiration. Then the waste materials, water, carbon dioxide and many other waste produced in our cells have to be transported to various organs for their removal from the body. So food and oxygen to be transported from our digestive system and respiratory system to the various parts of the body like body cells, and from the body cells after respiration a lot of waste materials are generated like carbon dioxide, water and many other substances that are to be transported to our excretory organs for their removal. Many substances, hormones, enzymes, everything has to be transported throughout our body. In plants, there is a system for the transportation of these materials. We call them vascular system or vascular tissue. So what is vascular system or vascular tissues? Tissues which transport various substances like water, minerals, oxygen, carbon dioxide and even food to various parts of the body is called vascular tissue or vascular system. You have already studied what are the two tissues included in the vascular system. They are xylem and phloem. Yes, xylem. Xylem transports water and minerals. Xylem transports water and minerals. You know, they are present in the soil. Water and minerals are present in the soil. These water and minerals are absorbed by the root hairs. You know that root hairs are hair-like projections, very minute hair-like projections. You can see here minute root hairs which increase the surface area for the absorption of this water and minerals. So what absorb water and minerals? We cannot say as such entire root will absorb water and minerals, but there are certain organs for the absorption of water and minerals from the soil to the root cells. They are called root hairs. Okay? So root hairs absorb water and minerals from the soil, and they absorb water and minerals because they have a lot of surface area for their absorption. And these are connected to the xylem and particularly xylem and phloem. Okay, particularly you can say xylem. Because what is the function of the xylem? Xylem transport water and minerals. Root hair absorb water and minerals and they are connected with the xylem. Okay, xylem are tube-like structure. You can see the xylem, tube-like structure. This tube-like structure are connected, cells are connected end to end and form a long tube-like structure. Particularly in xylem, you can say vessels. see large number of xylem tubes starting from the roots till the leaf tip. You can see the leaf. Okay, starting from the root till the tip of the leaf, you can see the xylem cells, which are continuous tube-like structure. Clear? So what are xylem? Xylem are continuous tube-like structure which transport what? Water and minerals. In which direction? Always the water and minerals are absorbed in the which direction? Upward direction. Xylem transport water and minerals in which direction? Upward direction. What is upward direction? From the soil till the leaf tip. Okay, this movement of the water and minerals through xylem always going on. Because the soil contains large amount of water and minerals. Soil contains large amount of water and minerals, more than this. These water and minerals are transported from the soil to the roots by osmosis. And diffusion. How water and minerals from the soil enter the root? By osmosis and diffusion. Clear? What is osmosis? Yes, osmosis is the movement of water molecules from where they are more to where they are less. Okay, so water move from area where they are more to the area where they are less. Always I said the soil contains more water. Soil contains more water than the root. So from where to where the water move? Water move from soil to the root. So we can define osmosis and diffusion as the movement of water from where they are more to where they are less. From where to where then? From soil to the roots. From soil to the roots. Water move from soil to the root. Why water move from soil to root? Because soil contains more water than the roots. So water move from soil to the roots by osmosis and diffusion. This water move through the cycle. And they move upward. They move upward and goes to the leaf. Goes to the leaf where they are used for many purposes. Photosynthesis, respiration, everything. Plants need water. Along with the water, the minerals are also absorbed. What are minerals? Minerals such as calcium, nitrogen, sulfur, many minerals are there in the water, in the soil. They are also absorbed. So what is the function of xylem? We know very clearly. Okay. Now, what is the function of phloem? Yes. By using this water and minerals in the leaf, what is synthesized? Food is synthesized. By which process? By photosynthesis. By photosynthesis, the leaf synthesize food. In the leaf, what is synthesized? Food is synthesized. That food will be transported through phloem. Through phloem. The food is transported through phloem. This food will be transported through the phloem in the downward direction or upward direction, both the direction, downward and upward direction. So through phloem, the food is transported in upward and downward direction, both direction. Whereas in xylem water and minerals are absorbed only in the upward direction. Got the difference? Yes. You got the difference? Yes. What are the differences between xylem and phloem? Yes. Xylem transport water and minerals in the upward direction, that is from roots to the leaf tip. Whereas in phloem, the food synthesized in the leaves are transported in both the direction, upward and downward direction. You got the difference? Yes. This movement of the food and water, everything is transported by osmosis and diffusion. Osmosis and diffusion. You are very clear. Clear? Now let's demonstrate one activity to show that how osmosis takes place. We are now taking a large petri dish. This is the petri dish, PETRI, or flattened vessel, plastic vessel again. This is a vessel, flat vessel, okay? Flattened vessel. And you can take water in it. You can take water, pure water, okay? This is water only. Take a big potato, peel off the potato, peel off with the knife. Peel off the potato with the knife, and at the base of the potato you cut, you slice it flat. So the base of the potato you slice it off in straight line. Okay. Now you keep this potato into the water of the dish or petri dish. Inside this potato, you can make a deep cavity. By using the knife, you can put the knife into the potato and remove the potato in the deep cavity. And pour some amount of salt solution in it. Salt or sugar solution. Salt or sugar solution. But the sugar solution should be lower than the water in the petri dish. So petri dish, the water level is up. Now you can note the level of the sugar by using a needle or safety pin. Right? Now after hours, around 10 to 12 hours, you see the water level would have been raised. Water level might be raised because the water from the petri dish moved through the cells of the potato. Cells of the potato. And the level of the water would be increased by osmosis. So you can say water is more in the petri dish. Water is more in the petri dish. And inside the potato, the sugar solution contains less water. So water moves from where they are more to the area where they are less by osmosis. Osmosis takes place through semi-permeable membrane. Semi-permeable membrane. You can see the potato cells are there. Lot of cells. Cells contain semi-permeable membrane. That is called the cell membrane. Okay, right? Cell membrane. So the water molecule will pass through the cell membrane. Water molecule will pass through the cell membrane. Only water molecule, not all molecules will be allowed through the cell membrane. So water molecule will be passed through the cell membrane, and the water level increased in the potato. So this is a very simple activity to demonstrate osmosis. So in this part we have studied the two things: vascular tissue, xylem and phloem. What is their functions and the difference between the two? Now we have seen osmosis and diffusion. What is osmosis and diffusion? The movement of molecules from they are more to the area where they are less. So here water and minerals moved from the area where they are more to the area where they are less. That is from soil to the roots. So in this way we can understand that water and minerals absorb into the roots by osmosis and diffusion. Clear everybody? Everybody is clear. Thank you.